What is going on, everybody? This is Justin Martinez, aka Jay the Sports Dude, coming to y'all live from my apartment. Hopefully, you all are staying at your homes as well, practicing social distancing and staying safe in this pandemic. And I'm here to provide y'all with just a little bit of extra entertainment. That's right, folks. It is time for episode number 12 of Stray Shooter, the offseason web series that's all over the place as we talk about a little bit of everything with players from New Mexico State. And joining me today is one of the top new guys in the WAC, a former Portland pilot who has landed in the city of crosses, Jacob Tryon. Welcome to the show, my man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Staying quarantined, staying away from people as much as possible.
Definitely. How have these past couple of months of just quarantine life been treating you, man?
It's been weird, I'm sure, for everyone. Just trying to do what I can, have stuff dropped off to me. But a lot of people have it a lot worse than I do. So I'm grateful that I've been able to be safe so far and just get out here and try to hoop and get ready for all that stuff. So.
Yeah, for sure. We're really excited to have you on the show. We're going to jump into right now with our first segment. This is called The Film Room. This is where I took a couple of your best plays from last season at the University of Portland, and it's going to help break them down for the people. How does that sound?
Yeah, okay. I'm a little nervous. Let's see.
All right, let's go ahead and get started then. Now, one of the things that really sticks out to me when I look at the film for you on the offensive side of the ball is your three-point shooting, your range. You actually shot 41.3% from distance last season, which ranked first on the squad. Really impressive, especially at your size. And we got to see one of those triples here in a game against BYU. Let's go ahead and check it out. As you can see, still navigating my way through this, but here we go.
Portland will host Pacific on Thursday night. Adams, Tryon for three.
And that's what Tryon can do. He's a matchup problem.
There it is. Now, what's really impressive here is that you don't see a whole lot of threes knocked down against BYU. They actually ranked 38th in the country last season in allowing the lowest percentage for opponents from distance. I think it was 30.3%, something really low like that. But I think that really speaks to the problems you present for opposing defenses, your ability to stretch that floor, and obviously no hesitation on that shot. Just walk me through it, because it looked like you were ready for that catch and shoot opportunity.
I mean, as a shooter or just in any situation, you got to be ready to catch the ball, especially when the point guard made a good play, driving dish. So make sure my feet are set and everything's ready, and just catch it and just shoot it. Can't think about it too much. The longer you wait, if you hesitate, more likely to miss it. So let it go.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned your point guard doing a really good job of penetrating there. That is Chase Adams, I believe, right? That's your teammate there?
Yep, Chase.
Yeah, really speedy, quick guard, really good at penetrating and kicking it out. And I think that's why you're going to fit in really well at New Mexico State, because you look at guys like Evan Gilliard, you look at maybe A.J. Harris if he does come back this season, guys that can really get into the heart of the defense and find you on that kick out. Was that kind of part of the decision-making process in choosing NMSU, was knowing you fit really well with this system?
Me and the coaching staff kind of just talked about how my inside-out play and how we would, kind of utilize that. And then also just all the talent on the team obviously makes it a lot more appealing, having all these good players coming back, good point guards. Honestly, everyone's pretty good. So it's, no holes on the team, and it's just good to be a part of a winning culture. And I know they'll be making the right plays, otherwise the hands will be on them. So
yeah, for sure. Now, obviously, another big thing about your game on offense is your touch around the rim. Being 6'11", that high release, really difficult for guys to get a clean contest, even if they're really good shot blockers. We got to see that here in a game against St. Mary's. Let's go ahead and check it out.
But we saw this already once this year, just down the road at Cal. He absolutely lit up the Golden Bears. Season high 28 in that win over California.
There it is. Now, you were second on the squad last season in two-point percentage. I think it was at 51.3%. And we got to see that here. You're being guarded by Malik Fitz, a guy who's 6'8", even though he's undersized, though, in this matchup. 230 pounds, a really physical guy down low. And I think you do a really good job of being patient, feeling him out, and, of course, hitting that shot. We're at that high release. You can't really get a good contest. Just walk me through this play and what's going through your mind as you're deciding what you want to do here.
So obviously I'm waiting for the entry pass. So I'm kind of just making sure that I don't get pushed out too far. Like you mentioned, he's a pretty solid post defender and a little bit, he's strong and everything. So make sure I hold my position down low. Once I catch it, I know I have a clear side, know it's coming to double, so I know it's basically just one-on-one. And, look over in the middle, make sure the double team's not coming. And once I turn around and fade away, you can't really block it. And if you do, it's up and under. But I could just tell right away that shot was going to be there. And that's something I like to work on, and I've kind of added to my game for honestly forever. I've always liked that shot, so that's like a go-to move for me.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I actually read somewhere that at one point in high school in California, you weighed 165 pounds. Now you bumped that up to 210. Just how much have you made that a point of emphasis to start to really fill out a little bit more?
Well, I mean, I've always been kind of like a hard gainer. I've always been the skinny kid. So it's just trying to eat the right stuff and not fill yourself up with, junk, and make sure you're getting the right fuel into your body. But that's definitely been a focus, and it helped obviously being at a D1 program for 2 years and being able to have that meal plan and being able to just go bananas, when I go to the cafeteria and stuff and bring stuff home. And every meal I'm eating really 2 or 3 meals. So just got to keep sticking with that. Still need to add another 20 or 30, but it all takes time. So
yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be doing your game justice if I didn't show at least one clip of you on the defensive side of the ball. And obviously, with you being at your size, rim protector, something really big in your game. However, I think it's really impressive that you're able to get these blocks while still not fouling as well. You led the team in total blocks last season with 28, but you also committed the fewest fouls per 40 minutes at 2.4, which is really impressive for your size. We got to see one of those rejections here in the game against Florida A&M. Let's go ahead and check it out. This one has no volume, by the way, but this is you guarding DJ Jones, staying in front of him, getting the block. And this is actually going to be back-to-back plays. That's why I'm fast-forwarding it here. But he's going to go at you again here, as we will see. The footwork staying in front of him, not falling for the pump fake, and getting a second rejection here. The patience, the clean contest, as I'm saying. Just walk me through just kind of your approach to shot blocking.
Well, the worst thing to do anytime is to jump. The guys want to fake you out and get you off your feet, and then once that happens, most times you're done. Most of my coaches just always tell you to keep your feet down and I have that length, so I just, absorb the contact and try to just stay vertical and, stay in the game. Also, like you mentioned, I don't want to be fouled out or in foul trouble. But yeah, a big part of it is just, like you said, being patient and just waiting for them to release first and not being too antsy to get a block and kind of just making sure you stay solid in your base and don't let them get too far, below the rim. But yeah, a lot of it's timing, and then a lot of it's also, it helps to be 7 foot to block shots and stuff like that. But I'm glad when guys go at me like that, so I can get more blocks. I kind of encourage it.
So you're looking for that type of contact where the guys are leaning into you?
I like competing, so anytime a guy goes at me, I look at it as a challenge. You know what I mean? And like you said, 2 times in a row, I wasn't going to let him get that second one. I'm sure he wanted that one even more than the first one.
Yeah, definitely. Well, after looking at these clips, the big question everybody was wondering is, when are we going to get to see this guy suiting up for New Mexico State? I know you have a waiver put out right now, right, to become immediately eligible?
Yeah. So we're still waiting on that. Obviously, with everything else the NCAA has to worry about right now, it might not be first thing on their mind when they wake up. They're worried about getting fans in the stands and making sure that everyone's safe. And I understand that, but I'm just trying to control the controllables and just make sure I'm doing what I need to do to be ready if it goes through. I have a good feeling about it, though.
Okay. Yeah, and just what have you been told just in terms of like timelines or the chances, stuff like that?
So originally, it's like, okay, we should hear something back in about a month. It's been a month and a half, Then they asked for like another kind of thing to submit into the NCAA, and I got that done. And, Portland's been pretty supportive and helpful with that. So, I'm just fingers crossed right now. I have all the stuff they need turned in. If they ask me for something else, I'll be working quick to get it in. But, we just talked about it yesterday, actually, me and some of the assistant coaches, and we feel good about it. We have a good feeling. So, like I said, just fingers crossed right now and just got to wait it out for now.
Yeah, without a doubt. Well, now we're moving on to our next segment. This is where we like to find a throwback photo or video of the person that we're talking to here. Pretty interesting stuff here. I promise it's nothing bad, but I just want to show you what I found, and you're going to give me a reaction to it. How's that sound?
All right, yeah, let's see it. I'm even more nervous for this.
Got you. Now, this one, I don't know the exact when this came out or when this photo was taken, so maybe you can give me some more context for it. But this is going back to your early basketball days. As we see the stretch big man. Now, what's crazier, you're still the tallest guy on the court here, and yet still getting buckets from deep. He's going to talk about how long you've been one of those three-point shooters. Has that always been something you love doing?
Yeah, it's always been something. I've always, my dad kind of taught me how to shoot, so I was always, shooting from long distance, even though I was tall, and kind of incorporate it into my game. But I don't know. It's just I've always been inside out, and I mean that guy isn't contesting very well, so
he has his hands up though, at least.
Little haphazard closeout right there. But yeah, I've just always tried to let it fly. I feel like my release has been the same for a long time, so repetition is going to keep getting better and better. But I love shooting.
Definitely.
Mentality.
What age was this, do you think?
What year was that?
Yeah, around what year? Because I think you had posted a tweet of it in like 2018, but I didn't know the exact year it was taken.
This is for sure not 2018. This is like middle school. This was our Temecula Youth Basketball League, TYBL. And I don't think it would have been like, I don't know. I was young. I can't really tell because I'm still tall.
Yeah.
I think it's nowhere. It's probably a sixth grade or before that, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. I might be able to find the photo and get back to you on that.
There you go. There you go. Well, you see, no reason to be nervous here. I'm not going to pick anything too bad.
I got some bad pictures like everyone else does from middle school. So.
Well, now we're moving on to our next segment, and this is called Hometown Heat. This is where I find a couple of restaurants from your hometown, and you just tell me if they're legit or not. How does that sound?
All right, I should know about this. I should be pretty good with this.
All right, cool. Now you are from, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Temecula, California?
Temecula.
Temecula. Okay, well, let's go ahead. Let me pull up my notes here because I want to get this restaurant name correct. This is a place that is called Mountain Mike's Pizza, where they have something that's called a Mountain Mike's Mountainous Pepperoni Pizza. It's 20 inches long and over 200 mini pepperoni slices. Jacob, is this that hometown heat?
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't been there actually. I'm ashamed to say it. I haven't been there yet. But I would probably go for a Hawaiian pizza if I was there.
Okay, got you. Do you think you could put a dent in this? You mentioned going crazy with your diet plan, but this is a little too crazy, maybe.
I could kill that. I just I don't know about the pepperoni. I'm no more pork to me, so
yeah,
I might have to substitute that out. But I could probably kill that by myself. Sure.
Got you. Now moving on to our next one. This is another place in Temecula, and this is called Hobo's Barbecue, where they have a lumberjack sandwich. And this is actually featured, as we can pull up on the photo here, in Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, which is pretty interesting. So go ahead and tell me, Jacob, is this that hometown heat here?
Well, I mean, I saw the chief right there, so it must be, but I haven't been there either. Man, I'm not doing too well with this. But, I mean, if you got that guy there, then Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
If Fieri's involved, it's probably good. So I'll just say hometown heat based off his reputation.
Got you. Well, go ahead and just walk me through what are some places that you do recommend for those who have never been to the area, and I'll put up some photos of them in post.
So Old Town has a lot of good places. There's just too many. Like Swing Inn is more of like that breakfast spot. You have to go to Swing Inn if you go to Temecula. That's my favorite spot. And then also Aztec Tacos has the best burrito out there, honestly, in my opinion. It's so good. I don't know what they do, but it's quick and it's always fire. You can't go wrong with that Aztec.
Got you. Have you tried out some of the Mexican food here in Las Cruces just yet?
No, I need to. I'm ashamed. I've only had Chipotle from Postmates so far, but I've been waiting for recommendations. So if you have any, I'm glad to take it. I've been looking for a new spot to try out.
Okay, well, you got a couple Cruces natives. You got Bryce, Tennessee, Johnny. Maybe you hook them up, or maybe they'll hook you up with recommendations. There you go. And now moving on to our last segment, and this is our fan Q&A segment. I reach out to Aggie Nation, and they have a couple questions that they'd like for you to answer, if you don't mind.
Fine, let's go.
All righty. Well, let me go ahead and put this back to our split screen. As good as that food looks, let's go back to just you and me on the screen. And I'm going to pull this up on my phone here. Let's get this pulled up. Our first one is coming via Twitter. It's from @PedroPistolero2. He says, what's been your impression of practice these first few days, and what do you think of the talent level on this team?
Man, I mean, our practice, I've only been to a few just because I've been quarantining. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to get as many in as the other guys. But just from my few practices, it's been really good. I mean, I really like the competitive kind of nature that we do. And first day was a little tough because I had the mask on. I couldn't, I had to get used to the breathing through it and everything. But I mean, in the short amount of time that we were able to work out, it was really good. I mean, I'm looking forward to honestly being able to work out the rest of the year, and then also the weight room. It felt good getting back in there, and it just everyone's really good. Honestly, it's good to. We haven't competed yet just because of the social distancing, so it's been a lot of like individual work, and my second day was a lot of just shooting. But the talent level, I mean, we played a few times, and I mean, it's we're gonna be all right, I think.
Definitely. Now moving on to our next question, and this one is coming via Aguilar. It's from JT NMSU. He says, how would you describe your rebounding philosophy, and what makes you a good rebounder?
I would say you always just got to hit the person coming in. You don't want to end up on a poster and not be watching or be aware. So I would just try to find the biggest guy and hit him. And normally when you do that, the guy either just gives up if you do it the right way. And after that, it's just about locating the ball. Hit them and then turn and try to locate it and go after it. But philosophy-wise, just attack every rebound. You know what I mean? You got to go for them all. So.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now moving on to our last question for this one. This is from Hoopsmaster23 via Aguilar, and he wants to know, what part of your game do you think you still need to improve on? What are some things that are maybe at the top of your list right now?
So we touched on it, kind of just building up that strength and adding more weight. I think would really help with my low post game and just being able to guard bigger guys as well. So I would say, obviously, just adding that weight and that strength, I feel like is that last thing I need to add, where I'll feel like pretty rounded out. Obviously, you got to keep working on everything else, but get that strength, and I feel like I'll be okay. Hold my ground a little bit better down low. I feel like my moves are pretty good. It's just like I said, adding that strength and being able to kind of bully guys around. That's what I need to add last thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be game over at that point when that happens, right?
Exactly. I'm just working towards that point.
There you go. Well, let me go ahead and pull this up really quick here because I want to get this right. Let me see. Give me one quick second. All right, you guys can follow me on Twitter @JTheSportsDude. You can follow Jacob on Twitter @Jacob_Tryon33. I wasn't sure if there's the underscore or not. I always forget, so I got to look it up. But make sure to give him a follow there. And guys, that is going to do it. Jacob, thank you so much for being on the show, man.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Before we get out of here, which player do you want to see next on this show? I can walk you through the guys that I've already talked to, but I've been letting you guys nominate them.
Have you talked to Donnie yet?
To who yet? I have not talked to Donnie Tillman.
Yeah, talk to Donnie. I think you should talk to Donnie.
Okay, well, there you have it, Donnie Tillman. We will make that work for sure. Thank you again for being on the show. And if you guys want to watch more of this, it's every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Jacob Aggie Nation is looking forward to seeing you suiting up, man.
Hey, thank you.
All right, you take care.
Yeah, you too.